Hi, I'm Paul Lee, the dog's Flo, together with Paul Lee Flo, aren't we, darling? So, bum shot as always. So first of all, massive thanks for tuning in. It's 3:30 p.m. on Monday, the 2nd of March, 2026. In front of you, you can see the RICEEL R50 electric scooter. It's 36 volt and 350 watt. So I've done uphill tests and tested it uphill and it did okay. I tested it in the rain and it did okay. But recently I've fitted these suspension forks. Now a video will pop up of me fitting them. I'm not actually tested it today because I've been waiting in all day, and I'll explain why now. So these new tyres I've got off Amazon, I've been watching on YouTube, and it looks really hard to get these puncture-proof tyres off. So I thought, oh, I can't be bothered, I'm just going to return them. So I opened a return on Amazon, and it was Royal Mail. So I've waited in all day. I've not walked Flo. I've not been able to test the suspension on my scooter. I've not been able to test the electric dirt bike that I finished last night, and it took a year for me to sort out because I've been bone idle. Anyway, it's finished, but I've not been able to test it. So, waited in, and then at 2:30, I get an email off Royal Mail saying my collection was unsuccessful. It wasn't left in my designated safe place. So I just thought, oh, bunch of idiots, man. It wasn't meant to be left in a safe place. So I got onto Amazon, explained myself, and we said, keep the tyres. So I get to keep the tyres, and I still get a £31 refund for the tyres. So the tyres was actually free. So I've got £31 getting refunded and a pair of free tyres. So it'll be quite good, pretty heavy. But yeah, they want me cheapest on Amazon. Like I said, £31, and some was £15. But yeah, you was meant to get tyre levers with it, but you only got one, and a spanner, and somewhere there's an Allen key. But on YouTube, removing the tyres, be using 3 tyre levers. So out of the £30 refund, I'm going to buy 3 tyre levers, and I'm going to get these tyres fitted. Okay, catch you later. Okay, it's now 9 p.m. on Tuesday the 3rd of March 2026. So, tyre levers. So, this is the one that come with it. That's what I want happy with. I thought you should have got at least 2. Because on YouTube videos they use 2, and ones that I've watched use 3 to get them off and get them on. So 1 was a bit of a waste of time. So what I've done with the refund money, I bought 3 tyre levers. Now they've got handles on them. They're 12 inches long. You get some other little bits. It's a tyre removing kit really, and that should come on Friday. So just waiting on them, and when they come on Friday, I'm going to fit the tyres straight away, because I've been a ride today and tested the suspension. It worked really well. Handling it all, back wheels everywhere. Right, it's 9:45 p.m, still on Tuesday, and I thought, I'm sure I've got some Loctite, and it's 242, the blue one. And I went in search in my toolbox, and I found some. So you've got let me get the light better. You've got a bolt there, you can see a bit of blue around it. You've got one on the opposite side, and you've got this here. So I put Loctite on them 3. So I am going to put it on my axle, but when I've changed the tyres. But I'll be doing that when the tyre levers come, like I said. But that's sorted now, because on the ride today they worked loose. Come slightly loose, nothing dangerous, just slightly loose. So that'll hold them tight, won't it? Oh, look who's there. Little one. Trouble causer. Runs round with the zoomies, don't ya? Eh? And look, I've got her behind me. So they're both on my case. So yeah, catch you later. So a little DIY cat and a little DIY dog. But I don't know what Midnight's doing. He's sniffing something on my electric dirt bike. But check his face in a minute when he turns round. Look at his face. Funny. But I've got Flo here, so They're always on my case when I'm doing DIY or working on stuff. Okay, it's 6:45 p.m. on Thursday, the 5th of March, 2026. So, guess what's come? It's come a day early. So, this is the Tyre levers package. It's in a bag. As you can see there, let's make that. It's in a nice case. Didn't realise it was in a case. Let's have a look. Let's get this further down. Right, what we got? Right, 3 tyre levers. So perfect. Quite weighty, man. Got some weight in them. With handles on, as you can see there. And with a spoon type. Got rim protectors, so we don't need them. There's the 3 tyre levers. Okay, so it's now 9 p.m. on Saturday. So it took a few days for me to sort out with the tyre levers. But yeah, I've actually fitted the tyre. So this is a new tyre, you can see here. So what a nightmare. So the old tyre, I had to get the hacksaw, so I've got an hacksaw here. I had to get an hacksaw and cut the old tyre off. So I made a big slit in it there and then priced it off, and then I had to get my knife. So I've got a knife here and I had to cut through the rest of it and then price it off. It was a proper nightmare. And then to put my new tyre on, it says heat it up in boiling water and stand on it and push it on my rim. Not so easy. All the YouTube videos that I watched made it look easier than it actually was. I had to force it on with 2 feet and then use my hands, and then these new tyre levers I've got, I had to use 3 of them to prise it on. But yeah, I've got it fitted, and tomorrow I'm fitting my rear one. You can't see, it's a bit dark, but tomorrow I'm going to fit this one on my rear. So, bit of a nightmare, isn't it, Flo? Flo's been a good DIY dog and sat watching me, but I think she's waiting for chicken, really, because I've got chicken. But yeah, that's a new tyre on the front, sorted. Okay, it's 9:45 a.m. on Monday, the 9th of March, 2026. So I've removed the rear wheel, and you have to, it just removes, the drum brake just come out. So 2 bearings there, so that's the wheel. So I just have to be careful now. That axle pushes through. What does it look like? I don't want to mess it up and put it on wrong. So yeah, so now I'm going to have to cut this wheel off, but I'm going to give it 10 minutes and get a brew. That's just took ages to do that, at least half an hour. The bolts was on really tight, so yeah, nightmare. All of it's been a nightmare, to be honest, all of it. Oh man, 10 minutes of pure struggling, so we had to cut it and then try and prise it off really hard. I marked the rim a tiny little bit, but yeah, that was a nightmare. I had to cut it through, but this was harder to get off than the front wheel. Took me 10 minutes struggling, but there's a rim, there's a new tyre. Now I've got to put this in boiling water for 20 minutes and then struggle putting it on. But I'm going to wait an hour and give my hands a break, because my hands are killing from forcing, and with these tyre levers, you can see all my tools there. Nightmare, I'll be glad when it's done. So it's now 11:05 and I've got the tyre fitted, but oh my god, what a nightmare, what a total nightmare. I couldn't get it on, I could not get it on. I struggled fighting with the wheel for half an hour. Because I've not had much breakfast, I went all weak and wobbly and shaky. Luckily, I got it on, but it used all my energy reserves. So now I'm going to leave all the water and my soapy water to dry. I'm going to have to clean inside the brake drum and just let it all dry before I fit it and make some dinner. Okay, catch up in a bit. But nightmare. Finally, not long now, bit more effort. Okay, it's now 12:10 p.m, so 10 past 12, and my rear wheel with the new tyre is fitted. So it was easy to get the drum brake on and actually fit the wheel, but the little protective covers that go over here, I'm going to leave them off. I'm going to go test ride and see if these have come loose any and may need to tighten them up again. So left the protective cover off. So that's the front tyre fitted and the rear tyre fitted. So that's the e-scooter sorted. So I started off this video last week, a week ago, and it took me a week to sort out, but I had to wait for tyre levers and stuff like that. But remember, these are free tyres that I got free off Amazon, so buzzing, a load of effort to change them. And I tell you what, I won't buy an e-scooter with puncture-proof tyres again, and I won't be changing these again. No chance. Absolute nightmare. I thought it looked hard on YouTube when I watched the videos, and that's why I wanted to open a return. Right, okay, so it's on charge, as you can see there. My e-bike behind it. So I've got the e-bike if I want to go ride or go to Middleton, the chicken. So the e-scooter is being left a couple of days for this rear tyre to dry, where the soapy water's on the inside of the rim. I don't want my tyre coming off, that'd be a nightmare. So I'm going to go test ride in a couple of days, and that'll be a different video. I'm not putting a test ride at the end of it, because this is 10 minutes already, this video. So the end of the video, you've been watching me, Paul Lee, the dog's Flo, together with Paul Lee Flo. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this helpful, and if you have, consider subscribing. If you've got a RICEEL R50 and you'd like to modify it, I've got a few videos now. Okay, catch you later.